Guys think we're gonna make 50 today?
Sure looks like it.
50 stories down, 50 stories to go.
Very momentous.
What a view to have lunch by, huh?
Beautiful.
Jersey,
Yeah.
my home. So, what's the bill of fare today? Frankie, what do you got?
I think it's liverwurst.
Joey, how about you?
Pickle and pimento loaf.
Wait a minute. This ain't liverwurst, it's tuna. I think.
I got corned beef and pastrami today.
Charlie, is that liverwurst or is that tuna? Wait. You got corned beef?
With poupon mustard, good stuff.
On a normal Tuesday? What's the occasion?
Says there's an occasion.
You hear that, Joe? Charlie's got corned beef and pastrami.
With poupon mustard.
I'm ecstatic.
Look at all those poor souls down there. Gotta have their lunch at sea level.
Hey, what's in the news, Joe? Some sort of international developments? What's the news from the Ukraine?
The news today is that a woman in Astoria, Queens, lived with the same guy for 16 years. Didn't know he had 5 other wives.
You hear that, Charlie?
Many impossible things are possible in this world.
A guy with 6 wives. Do you still call that bigamy?
No, you call that geometry.
That's funny. Hey, give me the TV page, will you? I want to see what's on the tube.
Hey, don't let me hear nothing about TV. We got bowling tonight.
Just want to see what I'm missing.
And who's in for tonight?
I'm in.
Joe, are you in for tonight?
I can't tonight, Charlie. I got something I got to do at home.
What? You gotta put out some doilies in your wife's powder room or something?
I got something I got to do at home.
So do him tomorrow.
Can't do them tomorrow. Bridget wants them done tonight.
Hey, who's the king in your house? Who makes the rules?
Gentlemen.
When Maggie wanted you to put in that new floor, you didn't bowl for 2 weeks, Charlie.
Yeah. Well, that was different.
And because you couldn't bowl for 2 weeks, you wouldn't let us bowl either.
Don't get small on me, okay?
Why is that so
I
different?
hate it when you get small on me like this.
Gentlemen, please. Peace.
And it's not doilies.
Joe. Peace.
Hey, how's your wife doing, Frankie?
Oh, she's good.
The doctor fixed her all up and everything?
Looks like it. She was out mowing the grass yesterday.
That's a sign.
That's a sign. How's that mower you bought, Charlie? How's that
It's
working?
busted.
Already?
Yeah, it's busted.
So take it back.
I don't know why I ever cut my grass in the first place. I like it long. I like to sit on my porch and look at it being long. Where do you think the word lawn came from in the first place? From long, because grass was always long. Originally, people said, I'm going to plant some seeds and grow long. And some moron thought he'd be different. He cut his long short. The rest is the history of fashion.
I didn't know that. You know, I've been sitting here eating this thing. I still can't tell if it's tuna or liverwurst.
That's all the ozone up here. Carbon dioxide at this altitude compresses the things in your nose. You can't taste nothing. Did you say something, Joe?
Not me. It must have been the carbon dioxide that was compressing my nose.
Hey, Charlie, that movie about the Lindbergh kids on tonight.
They got the what?
That movie about the Lindbergh baby getting kidnapped.
Let me see
Hey,
that, let me
what the
see
heck
that.
are you doing?
Nothing. I just want to see.
Did you see that movie the first time it was on?
Oh yeah, I saw that movie.
Anthony Hopkins as what's
Bruno
his-
Hauptmann,
Yeah. Hey, didn't that happen somewhere?
Hopewell, New Jersey.
What are they bringing that turkey back for?
Turkey.
Yeah, who wants to see that turkey all over again?
That's a very thoughtful movie for your information. And as it happens, today is the anniversary of the day that Charles Lindbergh's baby was kidnapped.
That happened 50 years ago. What's the big deal?
Jesus Christ died on an Easter. They showed the King of Kings that weekend.
Gentlemen.
And if you ever did anything more important than glue your wife's cat pictures into a photo album, They'd show the Joe Morelli story on your birthday.
Gentlemen,
And
please.
don't let me hear the word turkey.
What's wrong with you today? What's the matter, Charlie?
Damn it.
You're acting weird.
I'm not weird.
Next thing you know, he's going to be putting doilies around his house.
That's it, Morelli.
Gentlemen.
And that Lindbergh movie is a pedigree turkey.
I told you I don't want to hear the word
And if you
turkey.
ask me, Charles Lindbergh is overrated.
Oh, he's overrated.
He's overrated.
The greatest hero in American
So he
history.
flew across the ocean. Big deal.
Oh, big deal,
Yeah.
huh?
And as for the Lindbergh baby, who cares?
Who cares?
Who the hell cares? That happened.
Well, for your information,
Working people get kidnapped every day all over the world. They don't make no movies about them.
maybe they're not as important as Charles Lindbergh Jr.
Why am I supposed to care about the goddamn Lindbergh baby?
You don't care
No, I
about
don't care about the Lindbergh
baby.
baby.
You don't
No,
have
I don't have any
feeling
feelings
for the
about the
Lindbergh
Lindbergh
baby.
baby.
For your information, I am the Lindbergh baby. Okay?
You're the...
Yes, I am the rightful son of Charles Lindbergh, kidnapped from the home of my parents on this very day, and I didn't mean to tell you, but you forced me into it. And the hell if I will listen to my family be insulted. So there.
You're the
Yes.
But your name is Petrosian.
Oh, sure, that's what they brought me up to think my name was.
You think you're the Lindbergh baby?
Go to hell,
I
Joe.
don't believe this.
It's always a little strange at first sight, the truth, isn't it?
Do you know how many separate asylums they have for people to think they're the Lindbergh baby?
Yeah, well, those people are imposters, aren't they?
I think you're off your head.
Just mind your own business, will you? Stick to pickle and pimento loaf, Mr. Small Time.
You know, Charlie, people might wonder a little bit if you know, you claim to be the Lindbergh baby.
But it all fits, don't it? I mean, Charles Jr., Charlie. Was I not born in New Jersey in or around the significant date? Was I not brought up in the town of Hopewell where the crime was perpetrated?
He was brought up in Hopewell, Joe.
So were 20 million other babies.
I thought the police found the kid's body.
No. They never found that body.
Whose body?
My body. They never found it. Whose body do you think?
Sure, obviously not.
They never located me, you see? I'm still at large.
I'll say you are.
Why'd you keep it secret all this time, Charlie?
Because people would think he was a fruitcake, that's why.
Naturally, some people wouldn't believe me. Plus, I was already pretty well established as Charles Petrosian, you know, driver's license, credit cards, bank accounts.
Sure, it's hard to make a change.
Mostly, I didn't want to upset the feelings of my true mother, Anne Morrow Lindbergh.
Whose books were bullshit.
You shut your trap about my mother.
She made a goddamn fortune off of you writing about that kidnapping. You ought to ask her for a cut of the royalties. Then you can retire early.
I'm through talking to you.
Joe's got a point, Charlie. Maybe you ought to talk to the Lindberghers.
Actually, I did write to Mother once.
You did?
I figure the letter never got to her.
Well, did you tell her, you know, who you were?
I hinted who I was.
Oh, sure. Dear Mom, please send inheritance. Your loving son, Charles Petrosian.
Knock it off.
Real subtle.
So this means Anthony Hopkins didn't kidnap you.
Not unless he was in league with the Petrosian family.
Aha! What was the role of the Petrosians in all of this?
My foster parents, as I like to think of them. Pawns in a bigger game, Frankie. Pawns in a bigger game.
It is funny that you should be saying all this.
What? That I've been the Lindbergh baby and you never knew it?
Yeah, because you see, I am the son of Tsar Nicholas II of Russia.
No shit.
Yeah!
You're kidding.
It's the truth.
The kid who got killed in the Russian Revolution?
That's me. The heir to the throne of Moscow.
Holy shit.
And sovereign of the Ukraine.
I saw that movie. Nicholas and what's her name?
Alexandra, that was my mother.
But I thought you got shot.
No, A faithful servant smuggled me out. Nobody knows I survived but me.
And you had Sir Laurence Olivier in your movie.
Oh, it was an honor having Larry in my movie. Though I did have a few quibbles about, the historical details.
So, what's your real name?
Alexei Nikolaevich Romanov.
By what name would you prefer to be called?
Let's stick with Frank. It's easier.
The Tsar of Russia?
I don't want to hear a word.
The Tsar of Russia? Do you know how old you would have to be the Tsar of Russia?
Never you
You have to be
Frank.
95 years old and a hemophiliac.
I've always been a heavy bleeder.
That don't make you no goddamn Tsar of Russia.
Will you just shut up, Joe? Please. You're on a lot of very sensitive ground. Frank here lost everybody in the revolution. We're talking about family here. We're talking about orphans.
Okay, Alexa. How do you know that you're the head honcho of the Ukraine?
Oh, I was watching that movie about the Kremlin and those domes.
The onion-shaped domes.
The bunion-shaped domes. And I said to myself, I've been there sometime. It was like I could remember it.
Of course you'd remember it. Those commie bastards tried to rub you out there. Was the movie a painful experience?
Well, it only got bad when I had to watch myself get killed.
Understandably, Alexei. Have you told Phyllis?
No, not yet.
She'll be pretty surprised to find out she's the queen of Russia.
The Tsarina.
What?
The wife of the Tsar is the Tsarina.
Is that the proof, Joe? He's got the facts at the tips of his fingers.
I know how cars work. That doesn't make me an Oldsmobile.
Peace, gentlemen. Peace.
Just think, if we'd have had you over there running things all these years, Berlin Wall would have gotten taken down a lot sooner than it did. After not being built in the first place.
That's what makes it tough, knowing what I could do for world peace.
If things had worked out different, I can't think of anybody I'd rather have on the Russian throne than Frank McCullough.
Thanks, Charlie.
I'll be goddamned. To think all this time we never knew it. You didn't know about me, I didn't know about you, and Joe didn't know about either one of us.
Yeah. So, Joe,
Yeah, what?
who are you?
I'm not anybody.
No, really, I mean.
I'm not anybody. I'm Joe Morelli, period.
I'm not talking about that.
Superman.
Underneath it all.
Underneath it all, I'm nobody. I'm just a guy on the street, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
But in a previous life, I was Marie Antoinette.
No shit.
That was me.
The let 'em eat cake lady?
I said that in 1793. Let 'em eat cake.
Well, isn't that something?
I always knew you were somebody.
Frank gets shot up by the Reds, you have your head shot off, chopped off, and parry.
1 minute, I'm standing next to the guillotine. The next minute, I'm Joe Morelli and T-Mac.
Must be pretty disconcerting.
To say the least.
Ah, there's the whistle.
Ready?
Yeah, that's what the company says. On to the 51st story.
But listen, you guys, I don't want this getting around. I mean, you can't tell anybody.
We will be as the tomb.
You swear?
Of course we swear.
We're all in the same, situation.
Now, first things first, who is bowling tonight?
I'm in.
And I'm in, Joey.
I can't, Charlie. I told you I got something I gotta do.
Are you forgetting who you are, Your Majesty?
Remember the crown jewels, Joe.
You're right. Let's bowl. C'est la guerre.
La guerre!